Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Aurora 4X. Okay, so we're getting onto the stage where we want to build an entirely new military fleet, one that's going to be pretty badass, going to be equipped with quite a lot of our new technologies that we've developed. If we quickly pull up the research, you can see that we're actually researching compressed carbon armor, which is like 2 or 3 up from what we had last time. Also researching a couple other things, including stuff like missile agility, although I'm not sure we'll have that in time since that is actually 93, although we've got like 4 people working on it. I do want the compressed carbon armor. Now, one thing that I have been debating about doing is sorting out these alien ruins, and honestly, I kind of forgot about them, and then I was going to do stuff with them, and then we kept having interesting episodes where I was too busy to do anything and then forgot, and we need to look at these alien ruins. So I've already got people on Galees. If we bring open Duranku, we have a quick look at ground units. You can see that we have a load of construction battalions and also some garrison battalions. I just brought them along because I had spare space, and honestly I might as well have someone around to defend the construction brigades, because that's quite a lot of building time that goes into making construction brigades. So we do have, if we look at the summary, alien installation, power propulsion 70%. We suspect it is a research installation to do with like bonuses to this research or something, maybe. I'd be perfectly happy to have like a place dedicated to researching power and propulsion. That would be pretty cool. But we actually need to be able to get a team over there. Now we can create a team in place. So you can actually just be like, okay, create a xeno-archaeologist team here or whatever, who will then just, you know, dig away at it. But I kind of think that's maybe a little bit cheaty that you can just create them in place, like you can with the GeoServer teams. You can create GeoServer teams anywhere. You just go team, and then be like, right, make it here, or make them here, or make them here. And you can just then disband them and then make them in a new place without having to move them. It's a little bit cheaty. And I would like to experiment a little bit with something. So before we do that, I actually just want to mention, since we are here, you see I've renamed a lot of these. AM, 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 AM. AM stands for automine. So this is not going to have any infrastructure, it's just going to have automines, i.e. no humans should be on this planet, but it is going to be important. So you see that everything in Sirius has automines. I went through and basically renamed everything that was worthwhile. Went through all the systems. We also have a new system that I had a quick look at off the camera just in case it was interesting. If we bring up, which one is it? I think it was Luton? Luton, yeah, and it's got a few different things, but nothing crazy interesting. Like, we've got, you know, a moon here that we might terraform. We've got a few things up here that might be worth mining. I mean, that's got quite a lot of availability, but not much, so we're going to drain that pretty quick. But it's worth mining. That's why it's going to AM. Again, lots of stuff, lots of stuff, lots of stuff, but we'll drain them very fast. Yeah, I'm not opposed, but... And it's also got a second star, which has nothing around it. Or at least nothing with minerals. I'm only looking at things with minerals right now. Show minerals, show minerals. Plus any normal bodies. So, like that. Oh, pardon me. So if we could have a quick look at the galaxy map screen. By the way, if you want to move stuff around the galaxy map, you hold shift and left click and you can do that. I've already made it nice and pretty for you. Oh, and system position. Then type in like a grid size. Click line up and you'll see that it snaps to grid. Save position. So you can see that we have had a nice look around. We've got all of our 6 connection points. And unfortunately, we haven't actually done anything beyond that. We haven't actually gone more than one step outside of the Sol system. Which honestly kind of sucks. We should probably do something about that. So we need to have a new ship, because unfortunately the Riv class, which we've been using to look for gravity points, doesn't have a jump drive. So we need to make a new gravity detection ship. Now, it is a military ship, so we're going to have to build a military shipyard, which is annoying. So we're going to try and keep it as small as possible, so I don't have to put it into one of the ones that's currently servicing our cruisers. But we'll need a new gravity ship, and I'll probably get a few of them so we can just do them really, really quick. What do we want beyond that? Probably 3 gravity ships. We want a way of moving our xeno-archaeologist teams around, and I'd also like to make a cargo ship while I'm here. Just a cargo ship to go to these other systems, pick up resources, and bring them back to Sol. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is just because you can't mass drive anything through a jump gate. I mean, even if you could, there's only one jump gate. Anyone coming flying out the jump gate has to kind of contend with this incoming mass driver traffic. It would be incredibly dangerous, and I don't fancy destroying something incredibly expensive by doing that. And speaking of things incredibly expensive... Oh, I forgot I had you up here. Hello! I gotta look at Earth's industry. You can see we're working on another Craig Wright. I'd like to speed up the terraforming. It'll take me, you know, half a year. I've built a lot more construction factories since last time, but it's probably worth it. It will, of course, take a lot of Durantium. A lot of Durantium, and we're actually having Durantium problems again. Look at the stockpile projected usage. Yeah. We need more of that. I would continue to mine Mars much more, but it's already at 90 years to depletion. It's going to decrease as our tech gets better, so I don't honestly think I can push that any higher. Oh, dear. We're going to need to start shipping it from our places. So we need a cruiser. Not a cruiser, a cargo ship. We need a detectory ship that's going to go detect gravity. And we also need something to move Xeni archaeologists around. And I've actually got a cunning plan for that. So this episode is going to be about making cunning things. So, we would like to, first of all, build a fighter. So, new flower. No. You're going to be named the Solcian. I think it's pronounced Solcian. And I want you to be a fighter. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be hull fighter. It's just going to be a shuttle. But it's going to be a fast shuttle. Do we have a jump shuttle? Is that a designation? Because it's going to have its own jump drive. That's way past J. Jump. Ship, jump scout, jump tender. No. Okay. So I'm just going to go shuttle. Shuttle. So the point in this craft is it's going to be under 500 tons. This is important. By being under 500 tons, you don't need a lot of things. Like, you can get rid of a bridge. Bam, done. We can get rid of engineering spaces. Freighters require at least one engineering space. Yeah, freighters do. We're not a freighter. We can get rid of the fuel tank for now. And we will need to turn this into something that has a 5 crew space in addition. So 5 crew berths, so 5 spare berths. These berths are going to be where our xenoarchaeology team lives while en route. See, it's a very cunning plan. Of course, we will need to design some new engines and stuff. We could use some of our old engines, but honestly, they're all too big. Way too big. So we'll also need to design a new jump drive. We don't have a jump drive small enough. Now, if we can't decide a jump drive small enough for the ship, fine. We can just have to hope it goes through gates all the time. I would like to have a jump drive, though. I'm not sure we can make it small enough, but we can try. So I would like to design tech. We need engines. Inertial confinement. We've just unlocked this. Inertial confinement fusion drive technology. Tasty. 0.5 liters, excellent. Thermal reduction. How much does that cost? I mean, in terms of research, it goes up a fair bit. In terms of resources, honestly, just in case we end up using them for covert insertions, I'm going to put it on. Show me the size in tons. 500 tons. That is the entire weight of a fighter. Fighters cannot be more than 500 tons. That is the limit, so we are not having that. Now, you might be like, well, you want half the fighter to be engine, roughly. But I want 2 engines. The reason if an engine breaks down, I still want the ship to be able to move. If the fighter has an engine breakdown, it's screwed. It just can't do anything. So I'm going to have 2 engines. And I'm going to increase the fuel consumption. I'm going to let this thing drink fuel. Because it's going to be designed to just get there. Fast. I don't care how much fuel it drinks, because it's only being used for the occasional shuttle run. But it needs to be able to get there fast. So that is probably fine. I'm just debating if that's going to be too much. I mean, it's using 10 times the fuel. If I went down to 2, it doesn't need to go super fast. It's not designed for, like, crazy covert infiltrations or anything. We could go down to 1.5. It's still going to be mostly engine. Yeah. Now, before we actually do this, I actually want to have a look at jump drives. I know it's going to waste that, but it's easy to remember. How big a jump drive? How small a jump drive can we make? It can take a 400-ton ship, or we can make the jump drive 800 tons, and that will cover a 500-ton vessel and some. It weighs 100 tons itself, though. So we gain 50 tons, effectively, because 50 tons is also made up by the rest of the ship. Okay. Most efficient jump drive possible. Let's try and get it. Let's try and get it under 400 tons then. Let's try it. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but let's try. So this is going to be a jump fighter design. I mean, it's not going to be a fighter, but it could be repurposed. So jump drive. We'll create that. We're aiming for 400 tons. Right, so let us go for our engines. Initial confinement. Set this to 1.5. Probably a little bit higher if we can. And then set this to hull size of 2, which is 100 tons. Half the ship would be made up by engine. Screw it. We can try it. Sure. And I didn't rename our tech. God damn it. Let's check what's the engine tech called. Shane Kills, wasn't it? Yeah, Shane Kills is all our engines, so you're the... I can enter you here, actually. Shane Kills. Create. And let's go back to jump drive and just switch that around. Jump engine. Size. 1. Minimum. Yes. And you are the Vinco B Engineering. Create. Now, do we need anything beyond that? We don't need weapons, etc. We don't even need sensors. We should be good. Now, it's not for covert infiltration. I did just create the engines without any dampening or stuff on them, didn't I? Do you have dampening? That's missile engine. Where's engine? Engine is under E, of course. There we go. I did create them without any dampening. I'm going to save the price. If we're going to make a military version, we can always do that later. What else do we want? I think we're good here. Yeah, that should be it. So a very, very simple project. This project, honestly, should not take us more than 5 days. So let's go find, it'll be under propulsion. That's production. Propulsion, there we go. And we should see we have a jump drive that's not named. Delete you. A 400 and 500. Oh, it might take a little while then. 30%. I think we've got a 45% already working. So, who can I drain some... Yeah, I'll drain 3 from you. Create. And then queue up the Vinco B. How long will that take you? November. Temporarily? I'm sorry about this. I'm not sorry about this. You should get that done in 5 clicks of the 3 clicks of the 5-day, and then another one for the Vinco. The ice sheet on Luna has melted. Good to know. I'm researching the Vinco. And hopefully... Completed research. Sweet. Okay, let's put people back on the normal research. Compressed carbon armor. Extra sensitivity strength. Missile agility. There we go. Right. So bring up the class design. We'll refresh tech. Where's the refresh tech button? There we go. There we go. Tiny little military jump drive. Along with 2 of these engines. Look at that crazy speed. Hee. Good times. All right, let us get the important parts now. I would like fuel. Fuel. There we go. Let's get small. No, not quite enough range. Can I just get a regular? 10 billion kilometers, which is 4 days at full power. I don't know if it'll be out that long. We'll have to find out. And can we get an engineering space? Ooh, 5 tons below our limit. 40 years of maintenance life. If we go to like 0.1, we drop that massively, but that is only 3 days. I would like about a week. I've only got 4 days of full power. I was hoping for a little bit more from this. It might be that we have to cut the engines again, but cutting the engines decreases basically our range, because we wouldn't be making them any more efficient particularly. And I do want 2 engines so that if one fails, we still have the option. Engineering space. How big are you? Show size in tons. 50 tons. Maintenance storage bay, 250 tons. Do you have anything smaller? I don't think there is such a thing as a smaller engineering bay. Which is annoying. I think you can research it, but I don't think we've got it. Ooh, dear. Okay. So that's 9 days. You've only got power for 4 days. If I give you another fuel, get 15.1 billion kilometers at 9 days. So that's 9 days of flight. Now remember, that's going to be there and back again, probably. It's got 6 spare berths. Really? I didn't even tell you to have spare berths. But you are over your weight limit. And that's just not allowed. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh, dears. Yeah, that's way over weight limit. Fighter production, combat, and maintenance purposes. Now, the reason I want to be a fighter is it means you can produce it using your construction at your planet, which would be beneficial to us. Drop the engineering space. Too much. Okay. I get a fuel storage small on. 10 days at full power. Average annual failure rate, 77%. Right, so we on average will have less than a failure per year. We have 2 engines. If the jump drive fails, we're screwed. Hopefully, we'll be operating in jump gate sectors. But if we do jump to somewhere and we use the jump drive to get back, and that fails, well, we're screwed. This should give us plenty of range. $11 days. We have about 10 days, so we can go 20 billion kilometers here. I think we're good. Spare berths 2. So, you want to hit keep excess Q. Do not automatically remove crew quarters beyond there's need for the normal crew. And we need to then add some crew quarters, because we need to get this up to 5, because you need 5 for a team. So if we add a small, no, tiny? Small. Maybe normal? Normal is way too many. Good to know. Tiny. 9, that's more than I need. Maybe if I take off all the crew quarters. And then add a tiny. I don't know, let's add a engineering space and then drop the engineering space and see what happens. 2. Okay, so it's telling us we only need 5 crew for this ship. What's a small? That's fuel storage. Go away. 15. Okay, so what about a tiny? About 7. Yes, because we've got 5 crew and 2. So if I had a small, take away the tiny, that's exactly the same. So let us add a fighter. Bam. Exactly on. If I increase the fuel storage, do you need people for that? You do not. We've got 11 days of range, 20 billion kilometers. We have a ship size of 397 tons with 5 crew and 5 spare berths. We have an annual failure rate of 80%, and we travel at 20,000 kilometers per second. Done. This is our new shuttle. Now, of course, we need someone to store the shuttle and launch the shuttle. So we need to make... Oh, no, nope, nope, nope. New. Rename. And I'm not even going to name this properly because it's just going to be a one-place shuttle bay. I'm just going to name it Shuttle Bay because it doesn't have any other purpose. So rename Shuttle Bay. Because I don't know how fighters are stored. Yes, I'd like to turn you on PDC. I think you need a bridge still. You don't need fuel. And I would like to give you, if we can find it, Boat Bay. Which I believe can take... How big a hangar deck capacity? Okay. So hopefully 2 of them combine together to actually combine together to make a 500-ton. Let me just check. Ordnance fighters. If we load a fighter, 3rd strike group. Fresh tech. Double click to add default class scribe. Won't let me add anyone to here. I'm wondering why that is. Not sure. Okay. Do we need a load time for this? Doesn't appear to be so. Do you need anything else? Because right now, you are just Shuttle Bay. Flight crew berth, too. Yeah, we need more flight crew berths. So, keep excess queue. And I would like to crew quarters 5. Fresh tech. Don't know why it's not allowing me to do that. Okay. So 15 crew, 5 flight crew berths, intended deployment time 3 months. Honestly, it doesn't matter because it will refresh itself from the planet itself. By the way, if you set the deployment time to look really low, it normally does weird things. I'm just seeing if it does. Oh, okay. Flight crew berth. What? Suddenly we've got 61. Okay. Well, I've got 7 flight crew berths and 3 crew. Still no fighters appearing here. Now, of course, it doesn't have missiles here. Because it doesn't have a missile magazine. But it doesn't show me any fighters, presumably because it doesn't have any way to store fighters. But it does. It has a boat bay. Now, the question is, do these count as 2 separate boat bays? Can I just not get a bigger ship in here? Which is kind of sucky. I was hoping to be able to get a full-size ship in here. Oh well. If we build a fighter and it doesn't work, it's not a huge loss, I'll be completely honest. It's a very simple thing to build. So, this is the Shuttle Bay. Cool. And you are not a cruiser. You're a hangar? No. Hub space capable freighter, blah blah blah. Launch complex, landing utility craft, landing assault, land craft assault, just a launch complex. Done. We're just going to build that straight away on the planet. Okay, so we need a cargo ship next. Oh, it's getting complicated. And we also need a gravity survey ship. So this is where we're going to need to have a new. And instead of the Riv, I honestly don't think we can rebuild the Riv, because the Riv is so out of date, we need to replace basically every component on it. So this is going to be a rename, and you are going to be the Tyler. Just the Tyler. Your job is to be a gravity survey vessel. Right. So. Scrolling down. We would like... Where's my gravity stuff? Is it down the bottom? No? There we go. Improved gravitational sensors. Excellent. Now, if possible, I would like to keep this thing under 10,000 tons. Might not be possible, and in which case, you know, fair enough. But I would like to try and keep it under 10,000 tons if possible. So we'll try and keep it a little below. 2 of those for a start. We'll need a jump drive. We actually might have a jump drive of the size available. It's a bit of an older jump drive, but it'll still work. A 20,000 ton jump drive is a complete waste of space. Yeah, I'm going to develop a new jump drive. Which is somewhat annoying. Especially because I have to keep going backwards and forwards. I really want to just stop doing this and just use the spawn it in. I mean, let me know what your opinion is down below, but I'm really tempted to do that. Just be like, yep, okay, we've researched the tech, I'm just going to spawn in just so I can fiddle about easy with having to go this back and forwards. Now, of course, the back and forwards is more realistic. It means that you tend to put, you know, engines that aren't perfect in because you just have them available. Fully understand that. It's just very annoying. Let's get the size up a little bit to take a 10,000 ton vessel. There we go. This is our 10,000 ton. Not designed really to take anyone else with it. It can, just not really designed for it. That is all fine. Okay, we're going to create that. Oh, with the Vinco being. Create. And we'll also need some actual engines to do on this. Inertial confinement technology. I would like to be a bit more efficient. Not crazy efficient, but a bit more efficient. That's fine. Signature reduction. Now, I'm actually going to put signature reduction on this. The reason is, often these ships are the ones that find enemies. Because they're the ones that are going to jump in system first of all. And because they're military ships, I can put military sensors on them because it's not going to change the fact they're military. I'm also going to put sensors on them. Their job is to go and scout out new systems. They are now a scout ship as well. I might change them to scout ship, but they're still just a gravitational survey vessel at the end of the day. They just happen to do other stuff. Show me the size in tons. So I want to probably get this to about 1,000 tons. So what's that, size 20? Yeah. 400 EP engine effectively. Initial fusion drive. So I'm going to call you an IFD. Initial fusion drive. And we're going to say fuel use per hour. Fuel use per hour. Just call it 14. Whatever. So that means 13 fuel per hour. Can I just go FPH? I don't like that. Let's just go fuel per hour. There we go. So fuel per hour is 14. And it is 200 EP. That is fine. And you're not the Vinco B, actually. You're just a normal drive. So you're the Shane Kills. Great. We also want to go to sensors. Now, I don't think we'll have active sensors, because they're at large. They're pretty damn large. But I would like some passive sensors. Stuff like thermal sensors. And especially EM, because EM is really good at detecting enemy planets, because they tend to put out a lot of EM, effectively. I don't care hardening. If they attack our sensors, we just leave. Like, we're not a fighting ship. We're not there to fight. And we'll take it up to a size... It's 1,000 tons. We can probably pull it off. Sure. So sensitivity 220. I wonder if we go back to Sol. What's the detection range on Earth with a 220? Sensors. Show passive sensor range. Okay. So we can detect Earth about Jupiter's orbit, just more than Jupiter's orbit. Earth is pretty loud. What about Mars? Does Mars even have a... I can't even see Mars's ring. Am I missing something? It's just Mars just dead. Huh. I mean, Wild has one. Mars, where is your... Wow. We should do something about that. Okay. But yeah, that is effectively what we'd be searching. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Where's my tech? Oop. Hello. So yeah, we're going to name you, and I can't remember what our sensors are named after. Old techs. Do I still have sensors around? Thermal. No. Show obsolete. Chaos Core. And EM. Chaos Core. Now, people are like, that's not how you spell chaos. I'm pretty sure that's how it was spelled on the Patreon list, so I'm sorry. Bam. You are the Chaos Core. Create. We'll also want thermal, so we can detect people coming towards us. We don't need them to be as long range. Thermal best for detecting engines. Especially high-powered vessels, so probably go with something like a 12. 600 tons, that's fine. Create. And then, do we have cloaking device? Okay. So we can put a cloaking device on this ship. Cloaking efficiency 3, size, max ship size. Ooh, so a cloaking device does take up most of the ship. So to cover a ship of 10,000 tons, a third of the ship would need to be cloaking device. Wow. Okay, we're not putting a cloaking device on this ship, as much as I would love to. Our plan will just have to be to move fast. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing. Eek. In addition, I think I will make one more engine. And I think this engine is going to be... a 1 power rather than a 50% power. Now the reason being is I might need extra speed because if we get attacked, we want these guys to be able to move speedy. I also want them to be able to scan pretty quick. So you are the Shane Kills. IFD, inertial fusion drive, with a FPH of 160. Noticeably more than the last one. The last one was about a 12th of this. Create. And that should be fine. So, if we now pull up the research screen. And sensors. Okay, there's our... I need to get some labs. Temporarily, I'm taking your labs away from you. I hope you don't mind. Great. And follow up with that one. And then if we have a quick look at propulsion, we should see that we have a couple of Shane kills. One of them is called a Shine Kills. It's a company that operates as a subsidiary of Shane Kills. It's a very short-lived company. Oops. And we also have a Vinco B that we need to research. Ugh. Oh well, we can get to it. Right. Let's start removing labs from other places. Create. And then I would like you to follow up with another Shane Kills. And then the Vinco B. Now I'm going to put it onto this screen up here. So that I may follow its progress as we hit 30 days, because we're going to need a little while to do these. All trace of hydrogen removed from Alpha Centauri B3. Oh, hello, Alpha Centauri B3. Do you want to talk to me about how amazing you are? Or not. Because I think you may already be open. Yes, you are. No, that will be the design window. Oh, because I put you up here, didn't I? Oh, yes. Hello. Alpha Centauri B3. Orbital terraformers. That's where our current Craig Wright is at. And we have got rid of all of the hydrogen, which now makes this atmosphere not instantly deadly to us. Current surface temperature is too low. So we need to raise it. So, we'll need CO2. Or should we use the magical safe greenhouse gas? Oh, we'll use the magical safe greenhouse gas. I don't know if it's better than CO2. I'd be interested if someone who actually knows what they're talking about lets me know. But we're going to have to probably at least put 0.2 into the atmosphere. Because currently its temperature is way too cold. And then let's go another 30 days. Slipway added. Tonnage added. Research into other things has commenced. Okay, so let's quickly do manage shipyard. All right. So this shipyard here, 16,000 tons, no class assigned. I would like you to have an extra slipway because I'm intending you to quickly produce me some gravity sensor ships. Who else? Someone else did something. Slipway added to new shipyard number. Oh, yeah. We've got another shipyard down here that's 30,000 tons that I've been working on. Add an extra slipway. You're probably going to end up producing the cargo carriers. Right, let's pop back to Earth's industry. Yes. We should be able to also queue up that fighter. Fighter. Solution. Very cheap to make. Fighter factories. Do we not any fighter factories? It's saying it's going to take ages. Fighter factories. I don't think we have any fighter factories. Okay. We also need to prefab, assemble PDC. No, we want build PDC. And we want to build a shuttle bay. And we also want some fighter factories. And I'd like 100. Let's start queuing these up. Get the shuttle bay done first, because it won't take very long at all. It'll be done today. Well, that's production for you. Oh no, it'll be done today? Am I just making stuff up? I think I'm making stuff up. Oh no, it's completed. Atmosphere of Luna has had carbon dioxide added. What temperature are we up to? Minus 22. Its ice sheet melted, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Right, let's get the carbon dioxide up a little bit higher. And then we just got to make sure we get the pressure up high enough that oxygen is no longer more than 30% of the atmosphere. That should be good. Right, how are we doing on the research? We've done the 23rd. We've done the 18th, so we're just going to keep going 5 days at a time. Completed research. New research commenced. Completed research. Research commenced. Hopefully. How close are we to being done? I don't know if you're new or not. Research. You are. 6 days and 2nd of February. So if we go 30 days, we should get both of them. Bam. Solution was built on Earth. Construction of Craigwright begun on Earth. Construction of Fighter Factory completed on Earth. Okay, so the Solution is built. Right, and we now have 30 labs to assign. Compressed carbon armor. I would like that preferably soonish. And I'll settle for just over a year. And what else do we need to do? Jump size. You've actually got a couple of things I want you to do before, after that, so we should buff that. I'll buff this as well. If I can get better missiles to go on these ships, that'd be lovely. But yeah, now we have the Solution built. We also have our new tech, so we can go and design our ship. Yay! Fresh tech. I should probably start obsoleting a load of these now. I would like a 10,000 jump drive. A couple of these engines. Yeah, I do like that speed a bit more. Where are we looking for? EM sensors. Thermal sensors. Ooh. It's not great. What's our range? 111.3 billion kilometers. That is absolutely fine. Deployment time. Might be a few years you're out. Aim for 5 years? Maintenance life? Yeah, you need much more than that. Engineering space. Not enough. Maintenance storage bay. But the maintenance life isn't long enough. Okay, what can we cut? I can't cut a gravitational sensor. Or is there anything here I can cut? Could cut those engines. But what happens if I cut these engines? We lose a load of power. Yeah, that's our speed halved. And I honestly think that the extra speed would be very beneficial to us. I could cut our fuel a little bit. Screw it, let's just cut this and see how low we can go. That is like 5 years, let's just lower it to 3. There we go. Almost 3 years of maintenance life. 3 years of supplies. Average failure rate is often 200%, so that's twice a year it'll fail. That's what we get for having cutting-edge technology. But it's got a decent range, and it's got 4 solar opponents per hour. Which, combined with all the other ships we're going to send with it, should be fine. Basically, the idea is to put a little fleet of them together. Okay, this is a Tyler gravitational survey vessel. Yeah, I feel fine with you. We'll have to design a cargo ship sometime. I might do it off screen. But what I want to do now is I want to check out the Elysium, because I have to now do magical things with this. So if we bring up the fighter view, Shuttle Bay, fighter list, double click to remove from squadron. Okay, show all race fighters. Yeah, you don't have a mothership. So can I like assign you? Please select a squadron. Okay, error. Oh. Reorganize squadrons. New? Aha! Nickname, Firebirds. Official name. You're going to be, VIP Shuttle. Move you in. Then I can assign you like that, I believe. So now looking at the Shuttle Bay, the VIP fighter is assigned to the Shuttle Bay. Current fleet, new fighters, Earth, assign of the ship, GLC, Shuttle Bay. Okay. So now I believe that fighter should be getting all the stuff it ever wants. Like in terms of happiness and stuff. We should also be able to see it here somewhere. New Fighters Earth. Yeah, so I need to rename task group. VIP Shuttle. And I would like you to go to Earth and pick up a team. So we need to create a team. Boop. Team. Xenoologist. 1. What are you doing? Oh, you're researching compressed carbon armor. You can't go. What about you? 10% in biology and genetics, you can go. What about you? 20% in missile kinetics, you can go. What about you? You can go. You're in charge of our troop transports, you can go. And you're in charge of one of the construction brigades, you can go. Actually, you're unassigned, so I should probably put you on as well. Right, let us... there is a button for team. Create team. Okay, apparently there's an error, but it got done. I would like to transfer the ship. Can I transfer you to the... Shuttle? What would it be under? Shuttle Bay. I don't know. You by weight? I don't know, but we don't have to do it this way. I will go to task group. I'd like to go to Earth. Pick up team. Xenologist team. Add move. Then go to Glees. Standard transit. Duranku. Drop off team. Sol. Standard transit. Earth. Refuel, resupply. And I believe we can tell it to go back to its hangar? How do we do that? Do we look for task group? And then... salvage... GSV... Oh, it might be under PDC Fleet Earth. Land on assigned mothership. Yeah, I bet it's under PDC Earth. Which is fine. So, land on assigned mothership. Yeah, it's there. Right. Let's see how fast this puppy moves. So, Earth's over there. In 1 hour. Boom! This thing is fast. 20,000 kilometers per second. There's no other way to travel. Ooh, okay, so just wanted to mention, we have just done some digging. I mean, it was many, many years down the line. The archaeology team took a very long time, but we've just found some alien installations. So if we open this, ruins explored. Ruins on Duranku have been successfully surveyed by the xenologist team. The alien race which inhabited the planet have been identified as the Caledon. Hierarchy and the language symbology have been translated. 17 abandoned stations were found, which may be recovered by a construction brigade. Luckily, we already have the construction brigade there, because I did that ages ago. So I'm going to just start shuttling that crew around to different planets, and the construction brigade can get on with restoring the ruins. So if we pop open the screen to have a look at those ruins. Boop. 17 abandoned installations. Ooh. So I think we just have to get them back to, like, working order, and then we'll find out about this anomaly, which I believe is just turning these on. So that'll be interesting. We've also got, like, plenty of other places to go look for these, like, places. There were, like, at least 2 other ruins that we had in our systems. So we'll get work on that, and the construction brigade should do a good job of that. There's, like, 9 of them, so I should be able to reactivate them without too much trouble. Nope, seems fine. And we've done a survey of the Alpha Centauri system. Hey, that was quick. We've recovered an abandoned mine. Okay, just one abandoned mine? Really? 16 left. Well, I guess this already exists. We already get plus 8% power for research. Power propulsion. Let's look at power propulsion. Does it say? No. I guess we just have to start like getting people to work here, which means setting up research labs. I could shift them, import them. Yeah, why don't we just build some research labs and import them? That'd work. Yes, I like this plan. Right, so... we wanted to shift the GSVs around to have a look at our places. Okay, well, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead probably another year, and then we'll start building our military ships. I know we're about 4 years over date, but we're just about to develop this amazing new missile technology, which will make us so OP. I cannot wait. Then we can start taking the fight to the aliens. We can find out where those Barn Star aliens come from and, you know, beat them properly up. But yeah, I've been interested. If you enjoyed, do the jazz. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and of course the comments. Until next time, stay shiny.